Ladies and gentlemen, again, I'm Isaac Mutenyo, coordinator for the Appropriate Technology Center for Water and Sanitation, and I'm back to present to you our learning experiences as the ATC during the data collection exercise. I'll also tell you what steps we have taken arising out of our participation in this project. First, I'd like to say that it was a privilege to have been identified as the organization to be part of this exercise, and there's a lot of learning that we have acquired both at the individual level and also at the organizational level. About our learning, this exercise was very useful to us because it was very revealing in that it enabled the research team to appreciate the plight of people with special needs. Although we are aware of the statistics that are regularly published by the government, we realize that a number of water facilities which are put out there actually benefit a community, but it neglects or ignores a very important special group which involves the people with disabilities. So this was very revealing for us that we are able to compare the actual on the ground and what is in the papers. People with disabilities are not aware of their rights. They are not aware of the fact that they are marginalized, and this was a big learning point for us, because although these people know that they are marginalized or that they are aware that they have special needs, they are not aware of the fact that they do have the same rights like people who don't have disabilities. We also found out that there are so many lacking basic needs out there in these areas. Basic needs, for instance, shelter, domestic needs like food, that are required by these people. And because of this, it tends to seem that water and sanitation are secondary needs. This has a disadvantage because if people do not take clean water as a basic need, they go out to use water which is contaminated, and this affects their health. Now, about how we are going to use these findings. We've already started putting these findings into context in the ATC. Currently, together with WaterAid Uganda, we are preparing an inclusive WASH technical guide. Prior to this, we have done a technical audit to establish how the facilities which are out there have been facilitated to make them accessible to everybody. The findings are that very little has been done, and because of this, the technical guide we are preparing with WaterAid is aimed at creating a platform which aids people when they are making their projects, so that these projects are made accessible to all. We, as a research organization, we develop a number of technologies, and because of this exercise, we have made a policy that all technologies promoted by ATC are being made to be inclusive. That means that they should be accessible by not only people who do not have disabilities, but even those that have disabilities. We're using these findings in evidence-based advocacy because we have a number of platforms that we are invited to attend, and we make it a point that we include in our presentations the fact that people with disabilities are being left out and their rights are not being met. So this, we are doing it as a way of creating awareness to policymakers and actors in the sector. Dissemination of findings by engaging students and tertiary institutions in Uganda. We understand that the best way to sustain knowledge is by using students. So we are engaging. We have a policy of taking up students to involve them in our activities at the center, but also specifically to make them participate and understand the plight of people with disabilities. And we are getting into partnership with institutions. Like in Uganda, we have an institution for special needs education, and we are looking forward to partnering with them in advancing the plight of people with disabilities. So overall, our participation in this exercise has been very useful for us as an organization, and I thank Leonard Cheshire for having given us the opportunity to be part of this exercise, and we would like to thank you, although we are not able to come down to London, but you made it possible for us to discuss with you via video. Thank you very much, and we are looking forward for further partnerships with you. Thank you very much, and thank you for the attention.